ShamThaGod here with ShamThaGod Speaks Podcast, featuring the Pt.1, my Call of Duty co-host. Um,
You're
yeah. So if you guys are new to the channel, you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and also share the video as it helps me get into the algorithm. Um, today we're going to talk about uh, um, a subject that a lot of people they've been talking about. Um, People that don't want to work. So we're gonna politic about this. We're gonna politic about this. So with the way things is in terms of the workforce, um, how everything's going in terms of trying to find a job and trying to keep a job and quitting jobs and stuff like that because a lot has changed in the span of what, man? Like, how long, Panther? Like, man, like over 20 some years or something? Like, man, like,
you're
and things ain't like what it used to be in terms of, of jobs and working now. Like, most people nowadays, man, they all want to say, oh, don't nobody want to work no more. Don't nobody want to work no more. And we just want to kind of, share our thoughts with that. So, uh, like in terms of that, it goes both ways. You know, on one hand, you got people that wants to work, and then on the other hand, you got people, you got like employees that don't want to work, then you got employers that don't want to do right by their workers. So, we're gonna cover some of these topics in terms of that because to me, on the in between that, it's true. Like you got a lot of people that don't want to work. I mean, but but what's the reason why behind this? So I mean that's what we put a cover. So in terms of people that don't want to work, the reason why most people don't, well, we're gonna put it like this: most people that don't want to work is, well, depending on how they're being treated by the employers. That's we'll start off with that though.
that's a
So
huge one.
yeah, so when you got certain companies that don't do right by their employees, like especially favoritism, and they don't want to pay overtime and all that stuff, like it's a problem. So when you have your employers, like big companies, and this is mostly big companies because mostly big companies do stuff like this to where they don't want to pay nobody, they don't want to pay them overtime, they want to try to screw them over and all that stuff. So it's
Some baby back bullshit is what the fuck it is.
yeah. So it just it's crazy how you say you want people to work, but you don't want to treat them. You don't want to treat them with the respect or acknowledge the fact that you got workers that comes in and spend their time and their energy to come work for your company. And it's wild to me.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just crazy. Like y'all, I mean, you got the the new generation coming in now, and they're not even trying to hire the new generation. And,
Because the new generation knows it's some bullshit.
so me and Panther myself, we work at the same job, but we'll break that. We'll get into that too, as momentarily. But when you got the new generation coming in and they're not working, that's a problem. They know what's going on with the workforce, and then they also know that um, these companies is not paying. They're not paying nobody like they're supposed to. They're not really doing what they're not doing right by people. In terms of that. So you got employees like, and this is something that I've seen. That I've seen. They saying now that they're not even trying to hire the Gen Z workers because they don't know how to come in for a proper interview or whatnot, and that's understandable. You know, today, today's kids here, they're not brought up like we were.
At all.
So, you know, so yeah, when you got that going on, that's a problem, a very huge problem. So so when you got that going on, and then you got the whole workforce. Like I've also learned, like within the workforce, like most of it, most of the workforce is made up with the millennials.
Mm-hmm.
So those the ones that's holding down the whole. Those the ones that's holding down um, the middle class, the working class. Put it that way, yeah, the working class. So, and that's wild to me. If you don't believe me, Google it up. Google it.
We're the working and military class right now. We're working military age, so shit. We're the ones that got the most energy to keep America going right now, as it is.
Yeah,
Then it's like you have the old guard of what it used to be. They're so stuck on how it used to be to where it's like, well, shit, don't shit run properly because all y'all want is how it used to be, and it's just like it don't work like that no more. You got to think better than that because people understand, it's not conducive. The what you get paid, how you're treated, it's not conducive to, you know, especially with how mental health is such a big thing nowadays. Man, like you want to talk about people crashing out, bro? People are crashing out nowadays, man, because it's a lot.
yeah, and,
Because
and it's just something that people don't. They're not really acknowledging that neither. And then you got the workforce. It's mostly women. It's more women than it is men. Because as men, we realize that the amount of money that these jobs are paying ain't cutting it. Because we got to deal with inflation. We have to deal with bills. We have to deal with just the normal basic necessities. It is wild to me because we have to worry about, oh, well, we're going to make the next. I mean, we got to worry about when our next meal going to be. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, man, we can't mind. Like, the value of a dollar has dropped. It's so crazy.
drastically.
And I've been on this earth for 39 years, and I would have never thought it stoop to this point. Never thought. And it's crazy.
This shit is terrible.
So, it just certain things that, it just bothers me. Then with the baby boomers, just like Panther said, like they so stuck on the old ways to where it's like, it's not coming back. You have to adapt now. Now there's time you have to adapt to certain stuff now. There's certain things changing now. You got technology taking over. You have to adapt because if you don't adapt, man, you're gonna be left behind. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You're gonna get left behind. So, the way things is now, it's not coming back. It's not coming back. And I don't understand why these people don't really just look at the stats and look at check out the statistics. Man, y'all go to Google and check it out and see how. Just check it out. See for yourself. You'll be surprised. But the problem is people don't want to look up stuff. They're too lazy. Like you practically got. I mean, it's on your phone. Just all you gotta do is pull it up on your phone. That's it. It ain't hard. So
Oh wow, I fucked that up. Sorry.
No, you good. You good. Well, y'all had the excuses. We playing the game too, so. So, I mean, if you ain't noticed from the last two podcasts, the next ones, then you'll know. But yeah, it's just crazy how it's come to where you got you got the whole government. They out of touch with stuff. They just out of touch. Clearly out of touch. Y'all don't know. You don't really. You have to understand, like, with the working class. That's the one thing they're keeping this country going. That's the one thing they're keeping it going. So when I hear people complain about, certain stuff, and it shakes my, it makes my head shake. I'm like, y'all really just y'all not really seeing the change that's taking place here, the shift, like the things with the old. Yeah, we could kind of remember it, and and stuff. We could kind of be like, okay, well, we remember how it used to be, and you had to use your hands, you had to really just do it manually, doing the hard way. Man, time goes on, man. Things change. It's getting. The technology game is starting to AI. It's starting to come in. It's gonna take over. Everybody got to realize that. I mean, with technology, it really makes it a little bit easier. But then at the same time, we being so relying on it to where it's like it's gonna mess us up.
Even with that being said, it's like you gotta understand, if you don't incorporate, the new with the old, then it's never gonna work anyway. But you got folks where all they want to do is, oh well, back in the day. It's not back in the day no more. The things that we do is not back in the day. So you can't say, oh, back in the day, because that shit don't apply to today. Back in the day don't mean nothing to what we got going on today. If what you talking about isn't going on today, then don't talk about back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Because back in the day ain't gonna help you. Nothing. None of that. We could we could reminisce about back in the day, but that's as far as it's gonna go. I mean, it ain't gonna. Like we said again, we can't go backwards. We go forward. You move forward. You go forward. You adapt to. You adapt to whatever, what you got going. Because if you don't adapt, you're gonna get left behind. Case in point, education. Education. Let's get right into education. The colleges and all that. Back in the day, how they tell y'all back in the day, oh, you gotta if you wanna become better at something, you go to school or whatnot. In the last couple of years, you had colleges starting to shut down. Why? Because they're too expensive. Every year, it gets more and more expensive. It's getting difficult to even go to school. Yeah, you want to go to school to get a proper education. But then, look how much it costs. You damn near now got to get a scholarship to even go to college.
Yeah, if you ain't got a scholarship, you might well not even go.
Exactly. And then what's so wild is, to me, like, let's just be honest here. I don't know if anybody watching the video, if you agree or whatnot, but do you think that education should be free? I mean, let's just be real here. I mean, if we want this country to thrive, especially with the working class and whatnot, don't you think that don't you think education should be free? I think it should. I mean, you want us to learn stuff. We have to adapt.
Me personally, I think that, damn, what the hell? I think that, the vast majority of education should be free. Yeah. Now, as far as, higher learning to the point where it's, something to where you have to have a degree in to do, then, okay, I might look a little bit differently at that.
Right.
You want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, so, okay, I can understand it. But, outside of that, nah, paying for that is crazy.
And it just funny to me, like y'all charge a person arm and a leg for these degrees, and then don't realize, hey, this degree. I want this degree to. I hope this degree help me get a job. Man, do you know how many people that graduated from college and still can't find a job? Man, that is so crazy. And then, in order to further your pay, you have to go and get a master's degree or a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, and that's crazy too. I like that. That's more debt that you're gonna be getting into.
All that got to give me debt for nothing.
So it's just wow. Like it's a lot of money to be spending on the education and then not guarantee the job.
Man, come on now.
Man, I mean,
you go into almost $100,000 in debt, and you don't even get a job in your career field.
Not to mention, they don't even help you get a damn job. They don't get you something to start off on something entry level, based on what you study.
No, they're not even doing it.
So it's just crazy. Like it's fine if you want to get a college degree or whatnot to expand yourself, and that's cool. But here's the thing too, because we got technology coming into play. Guess what? You can look at it on your phone. All you can just go to your phone now and just pull up everything you need. I mean, literally, you can just go to whatever. You go to whatever you go to Google or whatever website and just look whatever you need to look for. It's that simple. And I think, that was going to be the downfall for all these schools, all these public schools, colleges, and stuff like that. You're going to be doing it online. You're going to be doing it online. That was going to end up happening. But then they're going to flip it and be like, oh, well, you need like a subscription or something like that now to go to these schools and all that. So it's ways to get around. So
how much good will that do you? You know what I'm saying? How much good? Damn, son. How much good will that do you if I forgot what I was going to say.
What are you talking about? By society or whatnot? Being social and all that?
Nah. Wow. Like how much good does a degree do you if you basically $100,000 in debt and you can't even especially with the United States, everything is run off of credit. So if you ain't got no credit because you have student loan debt, then what?
You're gonna be homeless, or you're gonna be working 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs for the rest of your life just to pay that debt off. But then when you got interest rates come in, and that just that makes it worse. You're gonna be stuck with that debt till you dead. So like I said, it's just right now with a lot of stuff. Like I said, with technology, you really don't have to go to college, and I mean, you really don't have to. You can just go to a trade school or whatnot, and just do some stuff and just own your own business.
Yeah, like getting your own trade is honestly your best bet at this point in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Really just like I tell everybody else, like I be telling others, man, just go and just do your own thing. Go do your own thing, man. Just because there's ways of doing things. You just have to apply yourself. That's all. You have to apply yourself because right now you can't really. You could rely on these corporate company, the corporate job for so long, because now you got now you have a lot of, like I said, you got AI pretty much close to taking over little small jobs, little restaurant jobs, fast food, bartender, all this stuff. AI, you got AI. So yeah, you gotta. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of AI that's gonna take over,
Yeah.
and it just ain't nothing we can do about it. We have to live with that.
Well,
We gotta
well,
live with that. Oh man, we were close too. but uh, but yeah, like I said, with the technology and that, you really, like I said, you really don't have to go to school, y'all. Y'all really don't, because everything is literally, it's like literally in on your phone. You can just pull up anything. Yeah, you can ask Siri, you can ask whatever phone you got. You can just ask them, and they'll tell you about it. But you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of that's what we this is one of the times that we're living in today. So, it's just one of those. This is one of those times where you have to either adapt, you know, go ahead and get a trade, work on your own company, do your own thing. Because that's what I tell everybody. I say, hey man, go ahead and start your own business. Start off working at a little small job, build yourself up, you know, and just start doing things for yourself. Do something that you love doing.
these jobs here ain't gonna do it.
Because now they definitely ain't gonna do it, especially with especially with management and the way they be acting. So, and it just speaking of management. So, with these managers, y'all, let me ask y'all something. To anybody that's a supervisor or a manager at a job like that, let me ask you guys, like, do they actually be pumping y'all up to tell y'all certain? Well, do them, do those big folks or those big corporate folks be pumping y'all head up to tell to have y'all do certain stuff? You know, no disrespect to all the people that be out there working or being managers and stuff like that. But do they be telling y'all certain stuff to make y'all disrespect your workers or whatnot? Because with the jobs, like I said, I did my research on a lot of stuff, and the articles and stuff that they have is very accurate. To where the reason why people be leaving jobs and they leave jobs because of supervisors and management and poor leadership.
I mean,
You
that's the
know,
biggest thing when it's all said and done.
yep. You know, don't let these. Let me tell y'all something. Don't let these folks pump y'all up because you got people nowadays. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. These folks nowadays, bro, they will hurt you. These man people nowadays, they ain't like how they used to back then.
These folks don't give a damn about you.
The show don't.
Never gave a damn about you. Still don't give a damn about you.
Hmm.
Wow.
So just imagine you got your supervisors and he telling you this and he telling you he telling you, oh, this is how you gotta talk to your employees. No, you don't. No, you
Don't
don't.
do it.
I advise you not to do that. Cause I'm telling you, man, these folks, bro, they not. I mean, they all about business. So if you all about that too, then and that's fine. I mean, that's cool. But understand, don't talk to your employees and they're crazy. Because
Some of your employees, they messed up by talking your ass crazy. I'll tell you that right now.
show is and y'all
Bro.
and we will do that. We will do just that. No hesitation. As long as you be respectful, then you ain't gonna have no problem. But when you get to talking crazy, when you get talking crazy to your employees and all that, and just getting to a point where you gonna disrespect them, oh no, you got a problem. So you gonna have a problem. It's just funny to me how it just funny to me how they just think that they could just talk to anybody any other way. Because you got a whole group of you got a next group of generation. I mean, a next group of, goddamn, I can't really get it out like I want to.
Yeah, you show struggling with a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, shit, that's how it be. But y'all have to excuse me. But yeah, when you got this next generation coming in and you talking to them like you crazy, man, no folks ain't going for that.
Someone had like,
They am not going for that, man. They gonna talk back to you all kind of. You better hope they don't put hands on you, cause most people don't. They don't care. They'll get to that point too.
shit, I be having to watch myself. I be ready to put my hands on. Like, nah, we're not gonna do that.
So we don't. Yeah, I mean, don't. Like I said, y'all, we're not violent. It's just that we don't wanna. It's just that we don't like to be disrespected. If we working for you, then appreciate the workers that you have, man. And that's another thing, though. That's another problem. These employees, they don't really appreciate the workers that they got. They just don't.
They see it as, oh well, you work for me, so shit, you doing what you're supposed to be doing any damn way. Like, nah. Or you should be grateful that I gave you the opportunity to have a job. Like, yo, you do realize that shit. If it's not for us, you wouldn't be getting the money in your pocket to begin with. Do you not know that?
Yeah, and it is crazy how people be, and it's crazy how they think that way, though. Not realizing there's consequences to what you do. Well, really more repercussions than anything else. But yeah, you say you know what you're doing, though. You know what you're doing.
Shit.
So, yeah, y'all couldn't lead some of you managers. Not in. I mean, it's not. I've bumped into very few managers though. That had dignity and respect, and definitely respect their workers though. I know at least two, off the top of my head. Two of them. Like literally
That
two.
doesn't count a whole lot.
Yeah, really don't. They can only y'all just don't know. Like, be grateful that you got workers to really come in to work for you, to spend their energy and their time to come work for you. Because you got a lot of people now that do not want to work. A lot of people, not just little. It's a lot, and it's crazy that it's a high that this amount that you got. It's just astoundingly high. You know.